The old gates groaned. They protested my entry. Blackwood Asylum. It loomed before me, a silhouette against a moonless sky. Its reputation preceded it. Stories clung to its decaying walls like ivy. Tales of mistreatment, of suffering, of souls that never found peace or escape. Locals whispered its name. They warned against venturing near, especially after dark. Tonight the dark was absolute. The air itself felt heavy, weighted with the past. This place was a monument to forgotten horrors built in the late 1800s. It housed hundreds, maybe thousands over the decades. The asylum closed its doors 50 years ago. Now it stood derelict. My gear was checked and double-checked. The night vision camera was my lifeline, my only eyes in the oppressive blackness. Its familiar green glow would paint this dead world. I had extra batteries. A powerful torch, just in case the tech failed, a basic first aid kit, one always hoped it wouldn't be needed, a water bottle, and my phone streaming live. Night Owl Explorers was the channel. My viewers were already tuning in. Their comments started to scroll. "Here we go, be safe, Jono." Their anticipation mirrored my own. My mindset was a carefully constructed balance. Professional curiosity, a healthy dose of caution, and an undeniable surge of adrenaline. I was an archivist of the abandoned, a storyteller of the unseen, but Blackwood felt different, more personal. The stories felt less like history and more like active warnings. I took a deep breath. The air tasted of damp earth and something else. Something acrid, unpleasant, like old sorrows. I pushed the thoughts aside. Focus was key. The corridors branched off from the main hall, endless, identical, a labyrinth designed to confuse, to contain. The smell was stronger here, damp plaster, rotting wood, and that other scent, fainter now but still present, metallic like old blood. My night vision painted everything in eerie shades of green. Dust motes swirled in the camera's infrared light like tiny, restless spirits. I kept the stream updated. Moving into the West Wing now, guys. Seems to be where the old patient records were kept. My light caught something on the floor. I crouched. A child's wooden block. The paint faded. One letter visible. An A. It felt cold to the touch. I navigated through a maze of smaller rooms, each one more unsettling than the last. Peeling paint hung like strips of dead skin. Furniture was overturned, smashed, as if in a violent rage. Patient files, or what remained of them, were scattered across the floor, their ink blurred by damp and time, names, dates, diagnoses, fragments of forgotten lives, each one a story of despair. I tried to imagine the fear, the hopelessness that must have filled these rooms. It wasn't difficult, and then I found it. A larger office, solid oak door, surprisingly intact, though scarred. A tarnished brass plate read, Dr. Alistair Finch, Superintendent, the head doctor, the master of this domain. Section 5. Wards of the Forgotten Souls. I moved towards the source of the sound. Cautiously, my footsteps unnaturally loud in the sudden silence. The corridor led to the patient wards, long cavernous rooms lined with rows of rusting metal bed frames, skeletons of forgotten suffering. Some still had leather restraints attached, cracked and brittle with age. The sight made my stomach churn. The sheer scale of the confinement, the human misery that these walls had witnessed, it was overwhelming. The air here was thick, stifling. The feeling of being watched was no longer a subtle prickle. It was a suffocating presence, as if unseen eyes followed my every move. Cold spots drifted through the ward, raising goosebumps on my arms despite the humid night. I kept narrating for the stream, trying to keep my voice steady. These are the main wards, so many beds. It's a lot. My voice wavered. Section 6. The walls close in. This was too much. The oppressive atmosphere, the slamming doors, the flickering camera, and now the whispers. They were getting clearer, more insistent. It was time to leave. "All right, team," I announced, trying to sound more confident than I felt. "I think we've seen enough for one night. This place it's too much. I'm heading back to the entrance." My viewers agreed. "Good call, Jono. Don't push your luck. Get out, get out, get out." Their panic fueled my own. I turned to retrace my steps, back through the labyrinthine corridors, but nothing looked familiar. Had I come this way? The peeling wallpaper seemed different. The debris on the floor rearranged. Disorientation set in, a cold wave of panic. Every turn looked the same. Every corridor stretched endlessly into the green-tinted gloom. Section 7. Static screams and shifting shadows. My breathing was ragged. I fought back the rising tide of terror. I had to think. There had to be another way out. Okay, stay calm, I told myself. And the stream, I'm going to look for another exit. There has to be one. I started moving again, frantically now, checking every door I passed. Each one was locked, bolted, or barricaded from the other side. The whispers followed me, closer now, more distinct. No longer just sounds, but words, chillingly clear. You cannot leave. The voice was raspy, dry, seeming to echo from everywhere and nowhere at once. You belong here now. My blood ran cold. This wasn't my imagination. This wasn't the wind. This was real. Did you hear that? I choked out, pointing the camera wildly around. It spoke! It said, I can't leave. The stream was in a frenzy. Section 8, the final transmission. The face. It filled the camera's view. Those eyes, they burned into my soul. The silent scream, it echoed in the deepest parts of my mind. Pure, undiluted terror seized me. I cried out, a strangled yelp. I dropped the camera. It clattered onto the grimy floor. The lens now pointed upwards, at the stained, decaying ceiling, but it was still recording, still streaming. The green light, a solitary beacon in the suffocating darkness. The whispers were deafening now. The livestream comments were a blur of pure panic. What was that? Oh my God, Jono, are you okay? That face? They had seen it. They had all seen it. My voice was a hoarse whisper, barely audible above the swirling voices and the hum of the fallen camera. I backed away, stumbling, tripping over unseen obstacles. My eyes darted around the oppressive darkness.